Hello, welcome to another stream, people. It is your boy Link, coming to you a little bit later than usual, but I was in Ipswich today watching Ipswich play Sunderland. I've got a bit of echo there. We don't like echo, do we? No, we don't. Yeah, I was watching Ipswich play Aston Villa today, so I didn't get back till very, very recently. So, we're going to be playing EAFC. As you can see, I didn't even check my camera was in the right sort of place. You could barely see me. What we're going to talk about here, my hair's a little bit messy, but just allow it. Who we got in the chat? We got Charlie says a brilliant 2-2 draw against Aston Villa today. It certainly was. Don't understand some of the negativity from fans saying it ain't good enough. Fans need to remember Villa Champions League team who will be playing Bayern Munich next week. Absolutely, like I was frustrated leaving the ground because I'm hearing people talking about it and I'm thinking it's a Champions League team. like this is like a Champions League squad with Champions League players, Champions League money, don't forget, which is obviously a huge thing. So how can you be upset that you only got a draw against Aston Villa? I think it's crazy. Martin says, good result for Ipswich mind. He had a feeling we'd get a draw. You did us a favour this week. Newcastle, good draw against City yesterday, which puts I can't think what they're called. Liverpool, top of the league. That's right. Liverpool are top of the Premier League once more, back where they belong. Very happy about that, to be honest. I was even laughing with my mate Chris walking into the game, saying that my biggest worry is that Aston Villa could beat Ipswich like 8-0 and go top on goal difference. I'd have hated that, so I was happy with a draw. I said before the game I'd take a draw. I thought we might nick a win, and I don't think we were a million miles from that. Charlie says, good draw for Newcastle as well, which it was. It certainly was. Charlie says, Griezmann made a mistake with the clearance, but if that hadn't happened, Morsey gets sent off and we lose again. Yeah, it was one of them things, wasn't it? It was, he tried to put his foot through it, I think, and he's not cleared it. I haven't seen it back, to be honest. I only saw it, live, so whatever I said then is probably still my opinion now, because I haven't watched it since. Martin wishes Joe Willock scored. Get the quavers out, start celebrating. So yeah, we have it on good authority that Joe Willock likes to eat quavers. And the dog's barking. Hopefully it's not something you can hear. Right, we're going to play some rivals, guys. There's no weekend league yet because it's too early in the game. We didn't have a look at the team. We should have a look at the team. I'll quit this one. They can play someone else. They don't want to play me. So we've got Martinez in goal, who was, I thought, very good today. Seeing him in person for the first time, World Cup winner. He's got this. Where is it? There's more goalkeeping play styles now. Here's this one, which is unique reflex, anticipation, save animations, greater increase in rush speed, improved reads of close shot trajectories. She's very good at coming out and basically winning the ball. But there's other ones, like there's deflecting out, which is unique animation deflecting the ball. Unique long diving distance. Cross claimers, obvious. Footwork means they make saves with their foot, which I think was in it last year. And there's also a far throw play style. I don't know if anyone has that. It's definitely useful. Charlie said, don't think Liverpool played that well. Against the Wolves team, sat on a 1-0 lead, kind of strange for a team over the title. I think the thing with Liverpool was they just always felt like they were going to win. So they never felt like they had to do more. It's a little bit lazy almost, but I think it's also measured. I think it was like, sort of like, oh, if they do score, we'll just get another one kind of mentality. But yeah, it was a shame, and there was a couple of missed chances. Martin's just brought up the best news of the weekend. That not that Joe Willock eats quavers and Watsits. Man United lost 3-0. I almost feel sorry for them. Yeah, so back to the team. We've got Martinez, Carragher. I've packed this Gabriel. Haven't used it yet. Not sure if it's any good, but I thought he's an expensive card, so I've got to use him. I've got him free. Robbo, that I think is the same as it was, but I've evolved the guy a bit more. Trent, right back. Chiesa on the right wing. Nunes and Park Ji-sung. I think the bench is pretty similar to what it was. There's no one exciting there at least. Although I have got this guy. He's very quick. Put Gravenberch on there as well. Torres. So yeah. Martin says, is it Ten Hag out? I think it should be. I thought it should be last year. I know they won the FA Cup and that kind of saved his job, but sometimes a cup's not enough. You know what I mean? Man United are a club that should be competing for titles, Champions Leagues. Right, if we're at a place where Man United are just like, oh well, we won the FA Cup, that's alright. I don't think it's good enough. Charlie says, can we have a minute's silence for Man United? I think we should have a minute's applause for Erik Ten Hag and the job he's doing. He is absolutely unbelievable. Like, his attitude as well. He, honestly, he talks like he's a manager that's literally won everything. Like, you won the league with Ajax, do you know what I mean? Like, winning the league with Ajax is like winning the French league with PSG. Like, anyone could do it. Charlie says, the only bright thing about Ten Hag is the light reflecting off his head. He's got quite white teeth. He smiles a lot for some reason. I wouldn't smile if I was him. I'd be devastated. But he just, I don't know why he's so happy. But also why he's so, like, confident in his ability. Like, he's like, if Zlatan Ibrahimovic was a manager, it would be Ten Hag. He's just always talking about how good he is. That could go over. Corner one. Martin makes a good point, which is who would take the job? Like, who would be stupid enough to take that United job right now? You got to be brave. Oh, Bruno nearly scores. Ollie said he'd go back, yeah. Thing is, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is another one. He's not. Even he's a United player. He seems like a good lad, right? For a United player, which I don't say very often. Yeah. I hated him as a player, not because he was particularly nasty or anything. He just scored a lot. Charlie says United 10 years away from the league. Honestly, I don't think they're that bad. I know I'm amazing. Like, I know people won't, like, believe I'm saying it, but I still think, you look at their squad, and, like, I know Bruno Fernandes is coming under fire at the moment for his form, but Bruno Fernandes is a decent player. Like, they've got the kind of bare bones or something. Like, United need, like, a Mo Salah. That's what United really need. They need, like, for me, the fact that United didn't go for Chiesa. Like, Chiesa was cheap. He was like 14 million. Why United didn't put their name in the hat for Chiesa, I don't know. I really don't know. And I think I know they brought in Xerxes and he's good potential and stuff, but Chiesa is such a good player. And he's gone to Liverpool knowing he's not going to be a regular starter, which he would be at United, because he's much better than... And they've got promising young forwards, I know that, and I like that. I like the blend of youth and experience and quality, but for me, like, Chiesa's so good that he could make a difference there. And I think their whole transfer strategy is so weird. I think they're often buying players for like marketing reasons. I think that's a problem. But also I think their facilities are out of date. Like, it sounds like their training ground is like stuck in 2007 still. Martin says bet they go Potter or... I think they get Southgate. I think they'll get Southgate. I think, you know, if you talk about Southgate, and we all know I'm not Gareth's biggest fan. Don't know why I'm not. Maybe because he's not a very good manager, but I'm not Southgate's biggest fan, right? We all know that. It's not a secret on this channel. If someone's new, it's the first time you're watching the channel, I don't like Gareth Southgate, right? I don't think he's very good. But one thing he is good at, and I wouldn't deny it, is he's good at getting the team spirit together. And I actually don't think it could... I don't think it would be the worst thing for Man United to get Gareth Southgate. Because they don't seem... I don't know, they don't... For me, they don't seem united, if you pardon the pun. Like, they don't seem like a team that's like a team. Charlie says Southgate at United would be even funny. They do something silly like benching Onana and Fernandes. I think Southgate could get... I think Southgate could get the atmosphere where it needs to be, which I think is probably what they need to sort. But I think as well, like, they need a manager who's going to get the atmosphere back together, because it's awful. The whole club just seems like morbid. Wow, I thought I scored. I shouldn't press that with Gabriel. I should let him go back, because he's not quick enough to quickly get back, is he? This lad is, though. This guy's got an interesting team. It's not often you play against the actual front two. I like it. It's different. But yeah, they've got to get the atmosphere back at United. There's a problem in the like spirit of the place. And it's weird because Solskjaer seemed to fix a lot of that. Like, people didn't seem that miserable under Solskjaer. But I think the problem is as well is Charlie's took the words right out of my mouth. He said, Man United's a reflection of the state of the game of football. Too much money involved. Players like Rashford on 300k a week. Yeah, like Marcus Rashford is on 300k a week. That's a problem. You can't pay someone who's that poor 300 grand a week. It's just not sustainable. He's on the same money as Mo Salah, and look at the numbers. Like, people keep telling me Mo Salah's having a bad season. He's got 4 goals, 4 assists and 6. If that's a bad season, what's a good season? Don't mention that Norwegian guy. Martin says Steve Bruce, 1-4 out of 4 Blackpool. Do you know what? I thought Steve Bruce would be good for them as a short-term appointment a few times. I think he knows the club, obviously. I think the problem is, like, his style of football isn't progressive enough, I think. I think that's where he would fall back. I think they, they need a. I think they need Arne Slot. Like, I think Arne Slot would actually be good at United. Like, Rashford rushed in too quick, should have been slowly burnt out. Well, the thing is, they dropped him the other day, didn't they? And they said it was like a rotation rest. I personally think something's going on with him. Blaze is a regular viewer of the channel. He supports United. Shared that Ten Hag said it was rotation, but I don't know. You know, if Rashford's playing as your best player, like, people who are playing well don't need resting that much. Do you know what I mean? Like, when you score every week, you don't feel tired. It covers it up. I think United have got big problems, like you say, with the finances. They're paying too much money to average players. They're paying too much money for average players. They've stopped producing players as well. Like, you got to think as well. You look at the Alex Ferguson era, and it's not just the class. Like, the class of '92 is obviously like a freak class, but even beyond that, United were developing young players, and even people like, they bought Ronaldo and Rooney, who were already awesome, but they turned them into world class players, and United aren't doing that now. And that is a huge issue. If you can't get, your players performing, and it's hard to, with the financial, like, profitability, sustainability rules, all that stuff, it's really hard to stay within the rules without producing the odd player for your first team, or buying the odd young player and developing them into an even better player. Like, for example, Liverpool bought Joe Gomez for 1.2 million. Newcastle tried to pay 40 million for him in the summer in that rumoured deal with Anthony Gordon. So, like, you've got to buy these young lads and then develop them. I tell you what, Martin, we can appreciate how good Lewis Hall was. I haven't watched him play many 90 minutes, I'll be honest. I've seen him, obviously, when you watch Match of the Day and stuff, but I don't even remember the last time I watched him play a 90 minutes. And he was so good, he was brilliant. I was also impressed with his set pieces as well. He took a few, like, set pieces, and I was thinking, yeah. Is he English, Martin? Because England need left backs desperately. Also, Leif Davis was awesome today. I'll add that in there while we're talking about left backs. Charlie says he's confident Delap will get 15 this season. Delap's a future Diaz or Jota player. The numbers so far paint that, don't they? Like, the numbers so far look like Delap could do a 50. Like, they didn't look like it the first couple of games though. So it's always hard to judge, especially, new league, new pressure, new responsibility, new team as well though. Like, this person thought I was going to quit. I ain't quitting. My parents didn't rage a quitter. I will quit if he goes 2-0 up, but that's not the point. To be fair, Martin should save that, shouldn't he? Martin says honestly he's going to be special. Lewis Hall, yeah, I think he looks really good. Like, that's the best I've seen him play, definitely. But like I said, I haven't watched him play loads of 90 minutes. I think he could be a future England left back. I think the other one in the bracket at the moment, I think you look at is Leif Davis. Is another one you look at and you think, yeah, he could be an England player, especially based on today's. I think the Premier League's not surprised him, but I think the pace of some of the players in the Premier League is obviously quicker than like the Championship and stuff. It just is. Some people try to tell you that's not true. It like the average pace in the Premier League is quicker. I don't care what anyone says in terms of how fast someone can run with the ball, especially with the ball. And I think Davis is. Charlie thinks Davis is more of a left wing back. Yeah, and Ipswich's system, playing with Tuanzebe as the right back, he's almost like a centre back out there, isn't he? I feel like you can have a marauding fullback one side if you go for a safe on the other side. And I think one thing I would say about Leif Davis is, if for England, if you're going to play Trent the other side, you know, our new manager would have to have some balls to play Trent and Davis. Don't get me wrong, Jurgen Klopp would do it. Pep Guardiola would do it. But will Tim Carsley do it? Is it Tim Carsley? No, Lee Carsley. I don't know that bloke's name. That's how good his legacy is. Martin says same as Tino, needs to develop a bit more, but could be at England mark. For me, if Trippier and Walker are done, which it seems like they are, Tino should be second choice after Trent. I know people will go, but Reece James. But I don't think Reece James is ever fit. Like, his fitness is so inconsistent. Like, the odds of taking him to a tournament and relying on him are slim. Trippier is retired. Martin still says Pep for England. I think Pep for England's a good shout. I don't like the guy, but it would be a statement of intent. Pep would play Trent. I know Carsley's played Trent so far, so I like him more than Southgate. The thing is, Trent just does stuff that other players can't, and I think some managers acknowledge that. Like if you've got Paul Gascoigne, right, who I would put Trent in the same bracket as a Paul Gascoigne in terms of ability, because honestly his passing and shooting is different to Paul Gascoigne. Gaz is obviously a better dribbler, but like when you look at how like for me, like if someone had to cross the ball in, and it's to save my life, you got to score from that cross, I'd pick Trent over anyone. And there's not, and also like all time, the only other person I'd be thinking about is Beckham. Like Beckham is the only person I would put in that bracket. Charlie says Trent is England's most skillful player. He can defend really well, and his shot placement from set pieces is excellent. His free kicks are so good. Like, it's a massively underrated thing about Trent as well, is his free kicks. Like you gotta remember as well, he's not a kid. He's not a kid. He's a grown man, but he's not that old yet, and he's not like. You know, like the old senior player gets like dibs at the free kicks and that sort of thing. Like Trent's not at that point yet. But I guarantee you, even when Trent's 35, he'll still be bagging free kicks for fun. I tried to get Nunes taken out, but they're sort of stopped with the ball. Martin says, a talent we have, we've got to have a top manager like Klopp or Pep. Yeah. For me, they're the best two. I wouldn't say no to a Mourinho. I think Jose is a world-class manager. I think it has to be someone who's world-class. I like the idea of someone who's also managed in Europe. See, this is one of the things I always think, right? One of the things we're obsessed with an England manager is that they're English and that they've managed in England for years. Well, that's not always the best experience. Like, the best managers have always managed in several countries. Like, you think of the best managers throughout time, and most of them have been a bunch of places to learn. Like Mourinho, like, even before he was a manager, was working under, like, Bobby Robson all over the place. Martin Watt, yeah, Poch would have been decent. I'd get Jose, I think, because I don't know if Guardiola will happen. I would, like, my picks, I don't think Jurgen would do it. So I'd sort of write Klopp off, not because I don't want him, but because I don't think it's realistic. Yeah. Oh, Park Ji-sung, you got to score, son. Martin wants Jose at Newcastle. I'd be up for that. But my other pick for England, which everyone will laugh, is Rafael Benitez. He knows how to win games. He's managed all over Europe. Charlie's pick is Graham Potter. Is that because you want an English manager and you think he's the best one available? See, for me, if you say it's got to be an English manager, I'd probably go Frank Lampard. I'm not even joking. Don't say that, Martin. You're breaking my heart. Oh, so Charlie thinks Potter will get the job. So he's not who you want. I've got him. I think it'll be Carsley. That's what I think. Why does the dressing room in this game look like a Sports Direct store? With, like, the boots lined up in, like, different boots. Like, Adidas have blatantly paid for that, haven't they? Like, yeah, just stick our boots on that wall in the dressing room. Oh, a little chest pass, you see that? I'll tell you what, you got to say that. Martin says Rafa's a good manager. He's styled. I think his style does. I disagree. Like, Liverpool played football under Rafa Benitez. Like, Liverpool were playing out from the back all the time. But not when it was stupid to. That's the thing with Rafa. That's why I think he'd be so good for England. Because that's what always lets England down, is that a bit of bravery to say, no, we're going to do it this way. Like it's always like a little bit safe, and oh no, I've got to do what people expect, and I've got to play Walker right back because people think he's better than Trent when he's not. Like Rafa would. Mind you, Rafa would probably play Trent right midfield. But he's still playing. Okay, this is off. McKenna would be... Yeah, I don't want McKenna to leave Ipswich. Like, so he... Right, and if McKenna did leave Ipswich, I want him to be leaving Ipswich, like, after getting them in the Champions League several years, you know, maybe 10 years' time. You know, 10 years' time, he's got Ipswich to the Champions League. Arne Slot's just won his 10th title. And Arne Slot's retiring early. And then McKenna steps in. That's when I want McKenna to leave Ipswich. I've seen a gap. I haven't found it though. Good game this actually, 2-2. But yeah, I back Rafa. His knowledge of the game. But like the thing is as well, you got to think, like with Liverpool, he won so many games, like with his tactics. Like people talk about Istanbul, AC Milan, you know, Liverpool 3-0 down at half time. Everyone talks about Steven Gerrard and Jamie Carragher playing brilliant, which they did. But Rafa Benitez decided to go to a back three. Can you imagine? You can see 3 in the first half. And you've got the bravery to say, boys, you know what we're going to do? We're going to play with one less defender now. That's what I want to do in the second half. Yeah, but can you, like, the belief to... Because people don't think about the risks there. People think, oh, well, you're 3-0 down, it can't get any worse. It can. It's like AC Milan with, like, Crespo, Shevchenko and Kaká. Like, it could be 10. But Rafa just went, no, we're going to switch to 3 at the back. And then the extra man in the field is going to control the game. Martin says Rooney for England. Oh no, Charlie said Rooney for England, sorry. Giving Martin the credit for your great joke there, Charlie. Do you know what? I would argue that Wayne Rooney is more qualified than Lee Carsley. Like, thing of Rooney, at least you get a bit of passion in there. And not like fake passion. Do you know what I mean? Like, I felt a lot of the time when people are like passionate about England, they're not actually passionate. What was that? Hiccups again there? Oh, I don't do this very often, but we're going long. Van Dijk. They've got Van Dijk and I've beat him. Potentially. Was it a little bit early to say that? Probably was. But hand me down my silver trumpet, Gabriel. Save me. Charlie says he thinks England should go down a different route with someone like Frank. Yeah, I agree. Thomas Frank's different. Like, I wouldn't hate Thomas Frank, I'll be honest. As long as it's not the guy from Southampton, I hate him. Can't remember his name. What's his name? He's played for Norwich. Hate the guy. Hated him as a player. He was a skank. And as a manager, he's even worse. He's like sitting there criticising his players who are doing stuff that he couldn't do in his wildest dreams. I said, give it Giggsy till the end of the season. I wonder what that bloke's doing now. What do you reckon he's doing now? I reckon he's worn out. That must kill that bloke. He must be absolutely done in. Like, imagine you're that guy. It's not good for him, is it? It's got to be bad for his blood pressure, you know? Charlie says Russell Martin, that's the friggin' evil bastard. He's not good, is he? I don't like him. Give it Kixie then, that's got me out, Martin. How funny was that when that guy did that? I'm trying to remember the other stuff he said now. What else did he say? Did he say like blood, passion, lightning, sweat or something? Is that him? I think it was. Okay, David Alaba in the holding role, eh? Bruno Fernandes, that is disgusting. Like literal, like 40-yard Roberto passing. Oh, that would have been such a good goal. Every time Man United need a manager, to be fair, like he's not that popular now, is he, Giggsy? His PR's gone downhill. That'd have to be like, give it Rude at the end of the season now, wouldn't it? Run on, Trent, and that'll come. Is it just me, or do both the Ipswich? Yeah, they do have similar vibes, like the pinstripes, isn't it? Like, they've both got the pinstripe, and yeah, I get that. I'm still not in love with the Ipswich shirt this season. It just looks a bit old-fashioned for me. Like, and not in like a cool way. Do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't look like a retro. Like for me, it doesn't look like, oh, that's a cool retro vibe. Like, it's like just weird. Martin wants Xabi Alonso. He learned everything from Rafa anyway. So you just get Rafa. Like, Rafa taught him everything. Yes, he worked with other good managers like Ancelotti and Jose and stuff, but Rafa taught him everything he knows, I promise you. I'm never going to get that chance to do a fake shot and then just roll the ball through again, am I? Like, you get that once against everyone. Darwin, don't joke, he's missed. I think the pins, I don't like with the Ipswich home shirt, I don't like the pinstripes. I think I agree with you. They're too, like, they're too far apart, like you say. It's not pinstriped enough. They should be loads of, I think they should be thinner stripes as well. Like, I feel like if you look at the players, like look at the Liverpool ones from FIFA, you can barely see the pinstripes. But you look at the Ipswich ones and you can literally see the pinstripes. because they're too thick. He's off. So yeah, I don't like the pinstripes that much. I don't like the neck. I don't hate the neck, but I'm not keen on it. Like it's a bit boring for me. Like I would have rather it had a bit more to it. I don't like the whole big crest thing around the badge. Like I don't mind that as much if you've got like a simple badge. Like if they did it on like a Spurs shirt, I'm not gonna hate it because it's like a simple badge being put inside like a crest. But like Ipswich's badge is a crest. And I know some of the old Umbro shirts had it and they're paying homage to that and people bought it because of that reason. But you can buy the retro Umbro shirts literally in the club shop right now, made by Umbro. If you want a Fison's Ipswich Town shirt, buy a Fison's Ipswich Town shirt. But yeah, I'm like I said, I don't detest it. I prefer both the away ones. I think it's the worst season of kits from Umbro, and I'm probably going to end up buying goalkeeper shirts again. I love it. I just love a long sleeve football shirt, and you can't get them anymore unless you get a goalkeeper one. Like I'm wearing the pink goalkeeper one today. I also like wearing the bright colour ones because it's where I sit in the front row. You can see me on TV at Portman Road really easy every time there's a throw in on that side. Away shirt's not. Yeah, I like the away shirt. It's probably my favourite of the three. The pink one, I don't hate it. I just think it could be nicer. But I can't. He's offside. Oh, he's not. Kiko. Let's go. I shouldn't be conceding that. That was poor. But yeah, the away shirt's well nice. The thing is as well, one thing that worries me about, like, part of me feels like I need to get some shirts this season as well, because next season probably won't be Ed Sheeran. And it's not because I want an Ed Sheeran shirt, because I don't like Ed Sheeran. I don't dislike him as a person, he's never done anything to harm me or whatever, but his music's just not my cup of tea. He's not, you know, his guitar needs electric strings on. For me to like it. But it could be an ugly sponsor as well. That's what you got to worry about with Ipswich shirts next year. Could be sponsored by like friggin' Disney or something. I wouldn't mind Disney actually. That would be sick. I was like, that would be stupid. And I'm like, actually, that would be sick. Imagine you get sponsored by Disney Plus, and then every like month you could have a different sponsor on the shirt with like whoever Disney Plus have just released. Do you know what I mean? It'd be so good. Like you have like a lot, like 1 month they could put like Lion King on there. Next month, Halloween Town. I'm just naming all the Disney films that I like now, not the ones that are actually getting released. But you could have like a Marvel. Do you know what I mean? You could have like a Ahsoka sponsor one time, and then like a Spider-Man one. Oh, I thought I took a neat enough touch to get around them now. Hey, Scouts and Proud, how are you, man? I hope you're well. I've been meaning to comment on your Instagram. Just randomly. You posted a picture of a beer with like a weird name. I was wondering what it was. And if it was good, basically. It looked good. Charlie says, think the next sponsor is University of Suffolk. University of Suffolk, I wouldn't detest. Have they got enough money? I guess they have. Like, universities do have money. You know, they charge you 10 grand to go there, and they spend all that money putting their freaking name on the front of the Ipswich shirt. And then all the students borrow the money from the government, and then they never pay it back. Never pay it back, and then people wonder why there's no money left. I don't know. What a world we live in. But yeah, I was in the car and I didn't have signal, so I couldn't comment on your Instagram post, Scouts. It looked good though. Had like a weird name or something. It was called like, I can't remember. University of Suffolk would look okay on the shirt. I don't really like multiple word sponsors though. Like I'm used to Liverpool having Standard Chartered now, but I remember when we first got it, I hated how it was on 2 lines. The problem as well is Liverpool obviously used to have Carlsberg, which just looks sick. It was a strong win, nice. I saw it in the car when I was driving back from the game today, but I didn't have any signal, so I couldn't comment on it. What was it called? I can't remember. Was it nice though? I guess it was. FC25 is so slow in career mode. Parsons broken. Wouldn't believe you paid 100 quid for. Oh no, it's a scam. Serious. I told you I had a cool name, guys. Were you seriously pissed afterwards? Did you get it? I thought it was funny. Oh. You know what? I'm going to blame that goal on how funny I am. Oh, Martin bought the Newcastle away shirt. He's got Gordon on the back. Nice. Had to go for the nostalgia. I'll tell you what, your away shirt is beautiful. I'm not even joking. Liverpool and Ipswich obviously don't count because they're the teams I support, but those aside, that Newcastle away shirt is the best kit released this year in any league in the world. It's beautiful, honestly, it's so good, and it's exactly how a classic should be reborn, because it feels nostalgic, like, but not ugly, you know. Honestly, I love it. I actually love that Newcastle shirt, Martin. You made the right choice, bro. Have you got the Saudi Arabia one? The anyone who wants the Saudi Arabia one, they're like £27 on Sports Direct now. And I don't want to promote Mike Ashley. We've been there before about how I feel about him. But yeah, I did debate picking up a Newcastle Saudi Arabia shirt just for the crack. I've lost this one. Jackson Prowse says Barca away. What team I say? Newcastle. Like, part of me wants a Saudi on, Martin, just because it's funny. Like, for anyone that hasn't seen it, just look at this quick, right? Look at that. Love it. I love it. I think it's, honestly, I love it. I just love it. It's paying tribute to the past, but it still looks modern and fresh. And that's what you should do when you like reimagine a shirt. Not do what Ipswich have done with that ugly friggin' crest on a badge and the fat pinstripes. Like, just, you know, take an old thing, make it new. That's what Newcastle have done, and that's what everyone should do. Houses couldn't wear another Prem shirt, not a chance. Do you know what? I always felt like that. And then when I lived in Newcastle, you know, I used to go there a bit and stuff, and I got a John Joe Shelby Newcastle shirt. It's the only one I have. I haven't ever had a Newcastle shirt since. But I bought a John Joe Shelby one with John Joe Shelby on the back. And then when I lived in Sunderland, I got a Sunderland shirt, but they were in the Championship then. So, and I think Newcastle might have even been in the Championship at the time as well. But I wouldn't, like, I don't really wear, there's no other Premier League teams I would wear their shirt now. When I was a child, I had a lot of family, well still, they're not dead or anything, like they're still West Ham fans. But I had a lot of family who were West Ham fans, so I did get like some inherited West Ham t-shirts and shirts and stuff. So I did have like some West Ham shirts when I was a kid, and my older brother's a West Ham fan. Although he now reckons he supports Inter Milan, which is a bit of a pivot, but let's go with it. But yeah, like West Ham. So when I was a kid, I had a couple of West Ham shirts. Far too bit to support Liverpool. That's hard enough. It's what I mean. Like I couldn't do it. I couldn't wear like a United shirt for me. You'd have to be giving me like some money. Like, and there's a lot of people that say I wouldn't put a United shirt on for any amount of money, and those people are stupid. Like everyone has a number. There's no. I don't care how much you support Liverpool, right? There's a number. It might be £1 billion, but there's a number where if someone whacks it out in cash, you chuck it on. Do you know what I mean? But I wouldn't choose to buy shirts from other clubs. And the Ipswich Liverpool thing as well. Like, it's weird for me because Ipswich haven't been in the same league as Liverpool since I was like 7 or something. So like, you'd never get Martin. I bet I would, Martin. If Liverpool don't win the league, we wear. I'll tell you what I will do. If United win the league this season, I'll wear a United shirt. That's how confident I am. That's not going to happen. Off too. Do you know the funniest thing as well, though, Scout? So I get what you say, but my number would be a lot lower for an Everton shirt than it would a United shirt. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'd be much more willing to wear an Everton shirt than a United one. Or even, like, I'd wear City a lot quicker than I'd wear either of them. But I wouldn't, like, enjoy it. But yeah, that Newcastle Saudi Arabia one, and like the green one as well, because I play in a football league on a Friday, Man v Fat, where you have to wear like a certain colour, and I was in the green team, and I was like, do I buy the green Newcastle shirt just to literally play football in, not like anywhere else? Give him all the money in the world, he won't wear United, not ever. Martin would happily wear an Ipswich one. Yeah, I feel like there's no... Like, Ipswich and Newcastle are like friends. Do you know what I mean? Like, I always thought that. I think that's part of the reason why Ipswich and Sunderland sometimes gets a little bit heated, because they feel like we're Newcastle's friends. Do you know what I mean? Because of the Bobby Robson link, and also like so many players in the early noughties obviously passed hands between them. Like your Kieran Dyers, your Titus Brambles, you know. Ji Sung. So this is a neutral. I don't think Liverpool versus Everton is much of a rival. Is Liverpool a bigger club? It's I feel like it's a more friendly rivalry. Like, do you know what I mean? Like it's more respectful, maybe more than friendly, I'd say. Because like the clubs obviously unite on a lot of important stuff in the city and like charity work and, you know, people like that. Martin thinks the time where derbies could be back on soon. Are you going down? Oh, I don't think Sunderland will go up. I don't think you'll worry about that. That's disgusting from Darwin. But yeah, for me, like, I would be more upset losing to United than I would Everton. I think most Liverpool fans feel the same. But obviously the ones that live in Liverpool, they get a lot more stick if it's Everton probably than if it's United. That's the thing. But then as well, like, I feel like if Liverpool lost against United now, it wouldn't hurt me as much because it would be like losing a fight against like a sick puppy. Like, do you know what I mean? Ten Hag is like a puppy that like needs to be put down. Once says it'd be an easy 6 points if Sunderland come up. Big Joe, batter him up. I tell you what, I'd love to see Joel Linton playing a derby like that. I tell you, I love Joel Linton. He's a player. Even when he was a striker, I enjoyed him. Like when he was playing as a striker, I was like, I can see. I always thought he might turn it around and become like a really good number 9. Because I could see something in him. I didn't realise he was going to make a great centre mid. I don't think many people sort of foresaw that, but you could see, yeah, like Martin said, there was something there. The odd touch he took was quality, and he was strong and athletic and stuff, and he just won a lot of headers, and you were just thinking he's just not clinical. He just hasn't got the like striker mentality, I guess. Martin thinks he's one of the best in the league, can't persuade otherwise. He's probably top 20 in the league, I'd say. Like centre mids. But that's including like attacking mids, DMs, CMs all together. I reckon he probably is up there. Bruno Guimaraes is one that's underrated, isn't he? I like Bruno. I don't think people realise how good he is. Sunderland fans thought they'd spank us, couldn't even get a point of us. I'll tell you what was funny, because the Sunderland games as well. I went to university in Sunderland, so I lived there for 3 years. So I know a lot of Sunderland fans. And when I say I know a lot of Sunderland fans, I know all of them, because there's not many. But they gave me so much stick before the games and stuff. Before the games, I'm getting stick on social media and all this stuff, and you know, it was annoying. And also, like, I remember going to watch Ipswich Sunderland at the Stadium of Light, right? And Ipswich were awful at the time, and Ipswich won 4-0. Like, that was like probably 5 years ago now. Martin said I know all 6 of them. Martin says their first choice midfield one of the best. Joel Linton, Bruno Tonali. I'll tell you what, I would pick that over. Who would I have? I'd have it over Chelsea's. Like I'd rather have those 3 than Chelsea's 3, even though Chelsea are playing a bit better now. I'd rather have those 3 than United's. I'd rather have those 3 than Everton's for sure, and Ipswich's as well. Although Sam Morsey's a boy. Oh, nearly Darwin. Charlie doesn't get all the Joby Bellingham hype. I think he'll be alright. I don't think he'll ever be as good as his brother. But also, like, his brother took the easy option and went to Spain instead of coming to the Premier League. Do you know what I mean? So, what I'm saying is Jude Bellingham that good? Like, he's never done anything that I've never seen anyone else do. And there's players that have done stuff that I've never seen anyone else do, like Rory Delap. Can't throw him. Only 3 Martin would put above that midfield is Arsenal, City, Liverpool. Arsenal, I don't even know. Like you tell me Arsenal, yeah. I'd rather have Tonali than Rice. I'd probably rather have Odegaard than Joel Linton. But then I'd rather have Bruno than Thomas Partey or whoever else. I think Arsenal's close. I think the thing is as well though, is like the drop off after that midfield 3 is the problem for Newcastle. Like the starting 3 is so good, but like you're bringing on Sean Longstaff to back it up, and that's not enough. He's a good lad. He works hard. I like him, but you can't take off Sandro Tonali and bring on like Longstaff and people take you serious. Liverpool apparently did basically have a Bellingham deal agreed, but he chose Real Madrid. So apparently Liverpool had, you know, it all sorted, but he just said, I want to go to Real Madrid. Longstaff, Willock and Miley. Sounds like the characters off like a children's TV show, doesn't it? Longstaff, Willock and Miley. It does though, doesn't it? Like Longstaff sounds like someone from the friggin' Magic Roundabout. Trent does really poorly, yeah, but he's not in my team to help me defend. He's in my team to progress the ball forward like this. Run then, Chiesa. Newcastle chasing Jonathan David. He's a weird one because I don't really know where I think his best position is. He's one of them that, you know, you've seen him play centre mid, attacking mid, right wing, left wing. I haven't like seen him enough for me to say, oh yeah, he's brilliant at this. I think he's a good player though, from what I've seen. Sort of player Newcastle need to bring in is like youngish with potential as well. Like, because that Jonathan David, I think like he'll probably end up as a striker maybe. if you could get him going, because Newcastle have an Isaac problem, in my opinion. Like, Isaac's sick, but his injuries, you got to get him an understudy. I think. I don't think putting Gordon up there's enough. For me, I wouldn't want to be saying, oh yeah, let's just chuck Anthony Gordon up top as my plan B. Charlie says Harvey Barnes deserves an England call up. I think he's got to be in the conversation. I see your backup one is Asula. I've not even heard of him. Is this the young one? I think you might have mentioned it before, actually. Asula. Oh, yeah. No, I do look them up. Is he good enough to be Isaac's backup now, though? That was filthy. Watch it, actually. Oh. I can't blame him. I tell you what, if that happened to me, like, in the first minute, Darwin Núñez just stops the ball and just smashes it like that, I'd be quitting too. Oh my days. Imagine his next numbers if he stays fit all season. Yeah. I get that. I do, if he could stay fit all season though, like. I think it helps that Gordon's getting good numbers. You know, Gordon getting consistently good numbers helps a hell of a lot. Like, because you need them wingers as well. That's poor. Why is everyone playing with Robert Sanchez now? Oh, it's the new special card, isn't it? Well closed down, but we lost it anyway. Andrew. Why is Gabriel just gone past the ball? Oh, Jamie redeems himself. And then he loses it. I can't get out. They saw what I did in the last game, didn't they? Trying to replicate it. Gordon signed a new deal now. I think that's good for you because you do need to put that to bed. Like him wanting to leave, you got to shut that up. You can't build if you lose someone every year. Really difficult I think to become like an established Champions League side. If you lose your best player. Charlie says Son from Tottenham would be a target for Liverpool. Surely. I think the problem is we've got like a front six at Liverpool. Like Liverpool have got Jota, Gakpo, Núñez, Salah, and Chiesa. Literally got 6 international quality forwards. And I think all of them have had a season in their life where they've scored at least 20 goals as well. Which is mental. I think we've got potentially 6 20 goals a season. Obviously, you can't have 6 20 players score 20 goals in a season. That wouldn't ever happen. Fair play, they can never win. I liked the way they played. On the same, Martin, I hate Gordon. I absolutely hate Anthony Gordon. But if he went to Liverpool, I'd love the guy. All is forgotten. I never saw him wearing a blue Everton shirt. Never. I think it's Son's an interesting one because his contract's up soon, isn't it? I think. Is it the end of the season? Or is it next season? For me, Son could be a Newcastle target. Like, I think Son also could end up in the MLS. Okay, I've got a better team than this person. Although he has got the best striker on the game. But his is 83 rate, mine's 84. Well, he's friggin' clotheslined me. I mean, Joe Gomez is literally just turning into a freaking Undertaker. And I've not got a foul. Oh, that's a problem. Jamie overcommitted. Jamie. Charlie thinks Liverpool need like a 92 rated striker. I think Salah should be 92. Like, anyway. And Diaz should be 90. Nunes should be 95. I think the thing is, honestly, I think Liverpool's, as a 6, no one has got a better front, like, 6 options. No one. And City have got like these endless pots of money. But the only one of them, the only 2 City players who are better than the, like, all of the Liverpool 6. Well, none of them are better than Salah, apart from Haaland maybe. But they're different types of players. It's quite hard to compare. I tell you what, Martin has just brought up the friggin' steroid injected elephant in the room. The Vincent Kennedy McMahon documentary. And I'm sorry for anyone who's not interested in wrestling. If you're not interested in wrestling, you might just be interested in like scandals. And if you're interested in scandals, honestly, this Netflix documentary about Vincent McMahon is so good. Like, I tell you, the stuff he's been up to, right, is absolutely, it's crazy. So they ask his daughter, was there ever any storylines you said no to? She's like, oh yeah, I remember one, but I'm not going to talk about it. And you're thinking, cool, I wonder what that was. I wonder what that story was. Where his daughter wouldn't tell you what the story was. Like, what was that? And then they asked Vince, didn't they? And he said, oh yeah, it's just one idea. He's laughing as he's talking, which is fucking crazy with what he's about to say. He's laughing going, oh yeah, it's just one story, I think, where what we wanted to do is Stephanie got pregnant and we thought it might be possible that I'd impregnated her. Martin said, did you not know that story? So I'd heard it before, but I didn't believe it. I didn't, like, maybe I'm a mark. I just didn't believe it. I'd heard the story, like, I'm sure I'd heard it and I just didn't believe it. Like, I just sort of dismissed it out of my head. I was like, nah, that can't be right. But Vince friggin' says it. Like, he's not going to make that up about himself. Crazy, honestly. The man should have been in jail years ago, probably. He killed the Ultimate Warrior. killed Eddie Guerrero. He killed Owen Hart. Aren't justice for all those people. And all the horrible, like, not the horrible, the horribly affected women out there who have been abused at his hand. It's awful. I honestly sympathise with them all and send them all well wishes. It turns my stomach to think of it. He's wrong. He's, as a person, he's like just wrong. And like, it's unbelievable that he's, you know, that these people in power, you know, like him and Jeffrey Epstein and all these people. Martin says hashtag justice for Ashley. Exactly, man. She's fucking dead. It's no one he killed. Like, you've only got to look at how many people died young who worked for that company to know, like, stuff there was wrong. Do you know what I mean? Chiesa, what a goal. The whole CTE segment annoyed you. See, I have mixed feelings on it, right? Charlie's off the bed. Good night, Charlie, mate. The CTE thing for me, like, obviously, you know, CTE is a thing. We know that. It's, like, been scientifically proven. It's been scientifically proven that Benoit had CTE. Do you know what I mean? But Martin says you can tell what Osterman told to say. Like, CTE is scientific fact. But it doesn't stop the fact that what Benoit did was evil for me. You know what I mean? Like, and not for me, like, it's still unpardonable. But for the people that were just saying, oh, CTE is not true, you know, oh, I only ever had one concussion in my career and stuff, like, come on. You only ever had one diagnosed concussion in your career. But Stone Cold Steve Austin was pissed so much of the time, he probably wouldn't have friggin' known he had concussion, would he? Like, the symptoms of concussion are basically the same as the symptoms of being pissed, aren't they? Oh, do you feel dizzy? Oh no, that's not because I got hit in the head earlier, that's because I had 20 cans of beer. Do you feel sick? Oh yeah, but that's because I had 20 cans of beer. You know what I mean? Do you feel confused? Oh yeah, I had 20 cans of beer. Like concussion and being drunk are the same things. No wonder no one ever diagnosed Stone Cold as concussed. Ethan, how are you, bro? That's what I want to know. Have you looked at the league table today? And if so, how many times? I've looked at it, I think 3 times. And I like it. Blaze says the new DS chant is the coldest thing. It is. It is pretty cold. I feel like we talked earlier about having a minute's silence for Eric Ten Hag. Maybe we should just have like a minute's silence in solidarity with Blaze. Like, a minute's silence just to make Blaze know we support him and understand he's going through a tough time, bro. I actually, it's so bad at Man United right now. I actually feel bad. Like, part of me doesn't even want to laugh about it. I feel like it's not. Do you know what I mean? I feel like I'm like, the way I described Ten Hag earlier was like, he's like a dog that needs to be put down, but their owner doesn't want to do it. That's what Ten Hag is. Says Undertaker wasn't concussed. He was just upset. Yeah, he was so upset that the streak ended that he's repressed those memories. Really, really. Like, oh yeah, he wasn't. Like he wasn't in hospital concussed. He was just so upset that the streak ended. And obviously, don't get me wrong, memory repression is a very real thing. As someone who's diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder, I can absolutely tell you that. But crazy. It's just crazy. That whole Vincent Wilde documentary. Anyone who's interested in wrestling at all, or if you just like scandals, or if you just want to hear the craziest things you've ever heard come out of someone's mouth, give it a watch. Ethan, bro, we're here with you. Hope you're feeling better soon, man. Anytime you don't feel that good, look at the league table. Go on your phone, get the league table up, and just have a little look at it. That'll cheer you up, bro. Blaze says he wishes Ralph stayed. Ralph Ball, eh? I just don't know how it's getting worse. Blaze says no way Arne Slot wins the Premier League's first season. Jose Mourinho did it. Jose Mourinho did it. That's all I need to say. It's been done before and it will again. I think I know what you mean, Ethan, man. Well, as well, like if you're like feeling low and then you get flu, you don't start feeling low because you've got flu as well. Do you know what I mean? You're getting this like psychology where you're like, oh, I've got flu, I can't breathe, oh, I'm tired. Do you know what I mean? And like I ache and it makes you feel grumpier. But yeah, man, stay positive. Get that league table. I was gonna say get that league table down, like it's medicine. But get that league table on. Smog Monster is asking why Blaze thinks that Slot won't win it. I think he might. I like the guy. I tell you what, I think people need to put a bit of respect on Arne's name. I swear down, he's so good. I like him. I like his press conferences. I like his management. Honestly, in pre-season, I know I said it on the stream a few times, I've never been as happy with a pre-season as this year. Like the stuff I saw, I'm thinking, yeah, this is more like it. And one thing I would say, I do find sometimes Slot's team is more boring to watch than Jurgen's. But I think they're harder to beat than Jurgen's. Six games, top of the league, one ugly. Winning ugly is one of the most important. Yeah, winning ugly is winning ugly is the difference between getting relegated or not and winning the league or not. Like, winning ugly is everything. It's such a forgotten art form. Like, people keep saying that Liverpool are really bad and they've won 5 out of 6. Imagine what Liverpool will do when they're not bad. And the thing is as well, like, the Wolves game, Liverpool weren't at their best. I appreciate that, but I never felt like they weren't going to win at any time. Even when they scored. Like, I never thought Liverpool weren't going to win any point in that game. And even the AC Milan game, I felt the same. Like, you know, like, just felt like it feels like we'll work it out. He's right, in the league we conceded what, 2 in 6? That is so good. But yeah, I think a lot of the pundits and stuff they don't want to admit that they were wrong about how good Liverpool are, so they're still saying, oh, it's a 2-horse race between Arsenal and City and it's too early to really see what slots like. Like, it's not a 2-horse race. I don't think so. I definitely think it'll be 3. Good header from Gabriel. Now, do I send Gabriel to the ball? I do, and it's not worked out. Jamie Carragher's got to try and keep up with Chloe Kelly. Declan Rice. Oh, it's just Bruno ruined it again. It's always Bruno's fault. Ask any United fan this year, they'll tell you the same. Tough to score against. Chalked the goal off yesterday. It was a mess. Yeah, the goal yesterday was a fluke. Like, that doesn't... We don't do that often. Like, do you know what I mean? I agree. Like, I think obviously part of the test is going to be how we do against, like, City and Arsenal and the other big games. But the way we handled United, it's looking good early on for me. Oh, Park. Yeah, I can see that one, Ethan. I can't see all the messages at once on my little preview. Martin says Rodri's out for the season. Exactly. Rodri's out for the season. Guardiola's wrenched. You've got all the FFP stuff going on, which is going to affect them. Like, Yeah, my day was good, man. I've been to the Ipswich game today. So Ipswich got a 2-2 draw at Aston Villa, which was a brilliant result, man. So I couldn't be happier with that, really. But yeah, I think people are underrating slot ball. Like people are underrating Arne Slot's Liverpool, I swear, because it's been so good. Like, and you got to remember as well, like even the cup game against West Ham. Like he makes 9 changes. We beat West Ham 5-1. West Ham are Premier League side. Do you know what I mean? If you made 9 changes and you beat a League One side 5-1, you'd be happy. Against a Premier League side, yeah, we'll have that all day. Federico, couldn't get him. He's got Saliba as well. Saliba's well expensive. Probably the second best Premier League centre half, that's why. In terms of FIFA, I don't mean in general because it's Kanate. But how good is Ibu Kanate? I know yesterday was just catastrophe. But other than the calamity, how good is he? Ethan says, oh nice. Surprised you drew with Villa. Not because it's just bad, but yeah, Villa, honestly, Villa played alright. You gotta think, they've got like Champions League money now. Bearded Study. How are you, bro? Oh, Darwin Núñez. He knew he was offside. He knew he was offside, that's what it was. I bet you're in a good mood after that draw, aren't you? I'm happy with the draw today. I thought Villa were quite good as well. I thought Villa were good. I thought Villa were decent, but Ipswich were maybe even better than Villa were. So yeah, really good result. Another point. Yeah, it was a good result, but maybe deserved a little more, yeah. I agree. Especially that last 10 minutes when we kept getting like corners and stuff. He just... Oh, Carragher's played him on. Draw's still good, Ethan. Yeah, exactly, man. Martin says, wait till you get Botman back. Do you think you'll be chasing the top boys down, Martin? Is Martin putting Newcastle's hat in the ring for the title race? Surely not. Surely he's not trying to claim that Newcastle will be in the title race. How many points are you on? It's got to be decent. Oh no, not the title race, top 4. Yeah, so the top 4 will be Liverpool. I think City will finish second. I think Newcastle will come third. Arsenal won't, don't worry about them. And then 4th, probably Ipswich. The thing with Newcastle is, like, they've been very erratic this season, I think. Like, against City, they were good. Like, against City, they were really good yesterday. Got 11 points, it ain't bad, you know, actually. I think the thing with Newcastle, obviously, there's the whole Eddie Howe argument. Federico Chiesa. 3-1 is probably enough to win the game, I think. Oh, Jamie Carragher is just not quick enough, is he? I might have to get a quick centre half next to him. Oh, you've got to save that. I'm sorry, but you have to save that. Oh, his Bruno Fernandes tackled my Bruno Fernandes. But he doesn't have Trent, does he? Is this picture still in the Juve shot? I think it might be, you know. Great challenge, yeah. Oh, yeah, I think Martin's right. Like, Eddie Howe's took you to a certain level, but he's maybe at his ceiling now. Things well, you obviously depends how you replace him. I think quite a bit. Like you know, I could still see Howe getting the England job. I said 3 on being off, but it's not, is it, lads? We tried. We had a good bloody go of it. I tell you, Tuchel, the problem with Tuchel is, and also Jose a bit, is I think you need a manager that could do like 3 or 4 years. I feel like Tuchel and Jose are like 2-year specialists. They do 2 brilliant years, and then they kind of burn teams out. I feel like you need like. I still think Newcastle should get Rafa back. Right? It's no secret he's my favourite manager. Because, you know, when I was a little kid, I didn't ever think Liverpool would win the European Cup again. I knew the history of the club. I knew we'd won it 4 times. But growing up, I didn't think it was like a thing that would happen. And Rafa made it. So like, he'll always be my favourite. Like, he's got Jamie Carragher's done me as well. He's playing Jamie Carragher left centre back. Look. Mind you, he's got a doggy next to Carragher, which is probably a good shout. Diego Simeone might be, yeah. Ethan's going to try to get some rest. Yeah, take care, man. Good. Nice to hear from you, bro, but I hope you feel better soon. And like I say, if you're sad, just have a look at that league table. Oh, Nunes. Foul? How's that not a foul? Oh, Park Ji-sung finds Robertson. He's got Van der Ven as well. Got some players, this guy. Proper team. I think Newcastle should get Rafa. Get Rafa, chuck the money at him. He'll unearth you a good few gems. We'll bring Jonjo back. But yeah, I think Newcastle could. I think you'll get back into Europe. this year, but I think Chelsea could be in that Champions League race now, you know. Although they always have this tendency for like, I got the ball. Did I not get the ball? What a joke. Justice is done. Halger in England might solve Newcastle's problem as well. I feel like Newcastle should almost sort of say to him, like, we're not getting rid of you, Eddie, but if you can get the England job, we will let you go, because we understand this is your, you know what I mean? Not like, oh yeah, we're going to sack you to get the England job, but just be like, oh, well, we understand England's a dream, so we will, for the good of English football, allow you to leave with no compensation, no stress. Do you know what I mean? Just get rid of the guy. I know I was getting a corner out of that. I'll go super deep, Nunes. Gabriel's all over him physically, but Trent does well. God, look at Jamie Carragher flying down the wing. Shit. God, Bruno Fernandes successfully played a pass. He's not done that this season yet. To be fair, it's good that this is 0-0 because Blaze really thought United would be having Liverpool season and Liverpool would be having United's. I told you, believe in slot ball. That pre-season friendly game against United, that was when I knew. That was when I knew. Like, when Liverpool played United in pre-season, Liverpool was so good and United had more of their first team players. I was like, oh, what is this? Things like, of course he didn't need it. Everyone thought he needed like a transition period, but that man's name is Slot, do you know what I mean? He slotted right in. Jamie, well done. Yeah, England also don't look bad if they do it that way, Martin. Blaze wants Tuchel. But is Tuchel ever a long-term thing? Do you know what I mean? That's my problem with Thomas Tuchel. He's like, when has he ever lasted? Like, but I guess longevity is not a thing in football management as much nowadays. You know, you don't get your Fergusons. Look at my cat Leo there. She's just chilling, having a little sleep. Like, you can have your expensive team and your fancy players, And your Tim Howard in goal. You can't buy what my lads have got. Passion. A massive desire to not end up with Giggsy at the end of the season. Amy Martinez did brilliant. Robertson. No problem. Oh, look at the football. I can't believe I'm winning this game, to be fair. When you look at their 11, they've got the expensive boys in a lot of positions. Well, they've got Del Piero. He's one of the best players I've faced, Del Piero, in this game. I reckon I've come up against less than probably 10 icons so far. So the fact that he's got Del Piero is mad. Not the best there, but we're still in the lead. Getting towards that time when you want to make changes, isn't it? Although I've got loads of players who just run all day. Brilliant. Park Ji-sung in the right back. He'll run forever from there. Bring on Sinistera. Bring Bruno back one. Why he's never tired. Put Chiesa in the 10. Bring on the Dharma Traore. Maybe Gravenberch. No, I'll bring on LaCroix for Gabriel. Just legs. We need legs. See this out. They're a better team than mine. So I'm going to combat their quality with legs. I'm talking of legs. Ji-sung Park is the king of running, isn't he? Oh! What was that from Sinistera? Yeah, as he tries to thunder it past, who I believe is Tim Howard. Oh, Jamie Carragher wins it back though. That's all going to be on Jamie Carragher's shoulders, this, isn't it? I told you it would be hard to keep this going, didn't I, lads? I really did. I knew. We knew it wasn't going to be easy. Oh, I tell you, I've got to stop and get another one now. Offside. What a goal. Del Piero, this one, like, the quality of Del Piero shines through. He's now just keeping the ball. Brilliant from Park Ji-sung. Honestly, it's incredible, this run. Sinistera! He missed again! I can't believe he's missed both of these chances. It's unbelievable, that. He's actually so bad. Oh, I couldn't get it into the Dharma. Needs to go forward quick. Which it hasn't. And then he's played Harry Kane in. It's a fantastic save from Emi Martinez. All I could do was punt that forward. Sinistera just about keeps it in. Oh, couldn't do him. Oh, what a game. Right, my wonderful legends, I appreciate you all for watching this. I'm knackered. Not as long as the streams normally are, but I've been to Ipswich and back today, so I'm tired. Had to get up super early this morning for it. So yeah, it's a little bit of a short stream again. Next weekend is the first weekend with Weekend League, so it'll probably be a longer stream next weekend. I hope you're all looking forward to it. I hate that little L that comes up when you lose. But anyway, thank you all for watching. If you're not subscribed, do that now, because why wouldn't you? Also, smash the like button. Because we want to get as many likes as possible. It makes me happy. So, thank you for watching. I've been Link. You've been my legend. I'll see you all real soon.